Welcome back, everyone, to Oxygen Not Included. Um, yeah, last episode we did set up some additional power source, the hydrogen system down here. I was thinking it might not be a bad idea to expand this in the future. The actual power output is pretty low, simply because we have all these additional machines. And I think it would make a lot more sense if we had, like, at least two of these running in series. Um, because these are fixed costs right here. So we could just add another electrolyzer, another hydrogen generator, change how it's all wired, of course, and whatnot. But then we should be able to get more than twice the power if we do that. So just something that I kind of thought about. It sort of works. It doesn't have a whole lot of hydrogen gas right now, but I presume that will change over time here. See, it says, yeah, so right now we have max gas pressure, so the electrolyzer's not actually doing as much as we would like, but I presume that will change. It's possible we might need a second electrolyzer. I thought, yeah, because it does create mostly oxygen, but then it should create enough hydrogen as well, so maybe in the future, it might be better to actually have them on separate, like, system areas and whatnot, and then, like, have the electrolyzer pump the hydrogen gas into, like, a chamber first, you know what I mean? And then have that chamber pump into the hydrogen generator. But then if we do it that way, obviously we're using even more power, so I guess there's trade-offs no matter what we do. But anyway, that system is technically working, and it will at least provide some additional power throughout the day. And that's especially useful right now because we have no extra power at all here. I think we were trying to get rid of all the other gases in this room, but frankly, it doesn't matter right now since we're in here anyway. We've got to... I'm going to mine that out. Although maybe we don't want extra slime. I do remember that being a thing. Maybe we won't do that for now. We gotta finish at least this room to insulate it. And then I also have Rax's comment as well up about actually designing a real aqua tuner, system, like what he calls a solo system. Where we would have it in just one tiny room. The aqua tuner would be right here. We'd have like a steam turbine up here, and the water would simply pump through here repeatedly, right? And the output actually from the aqua tuner's cooling can come up here, I think is how it works, and it would actually help keep this steam turbine cool as well, because it's going to be a tall turbine. So I'm kind of glad I did design this little area. We probably will use it then. In fact, I kind of want to do this for now. But it still is a bit of a complicated system. One thing he pointed out, he had an exploit actually to basically eliminate the ability to have other types of materials in an area, including like other gases and whatnot. And we've sort of noticed this as the game has gone on as well a little bit here. So right now we have water on top of crude oil here. Obviously water and oil don't mix, but apparently all other liquids do not do this as well. And what actually happens here is only water can can stay in these tiles, and only crude oil can stay in here. I kind of sort of figured that out, you know, especially after seeing this, but I think we've seen like examples of that in the past. But actually, an extension of this logic right here means also that you do not have any gas here at all, which is what we kind of thought, but Rax did confirm that. And so one solution, or not solution, but one exploit then of that obviously false behavior, right? Because that wouldn't happen in real life, would be to fill a room like this with two separate liquids, and then you effectively have, I guess, a vacuum without making a vacuum. So I really wish they wouldn't just chill down here in the polluted oxygen areas. Come on, man. It's ridiculous. Yeah, let's finish digging these out, too. We could probably do all that now. Now that I think about it, we can get it from down here, so... Alright. So yeah, we may try to implement that system. I suppose we could do that right now. One thing he did point out, too, obviously, the power transformer only creates 1,000 watts on the output. So it's not going to suffice for our aqua tuner, which needs 1.2 or 1.1, I can't remember. So that's going to be a problem that we're going to have to figure out, too. Like, where do we get uninterrupted high power? The only spot is this over here, at least when the natural gas generator is running. And I don't think we have any other spot for it. Do we have a third cold generator running? Is this enabled? Oh, it is enabled. So it's the same amount, but... do we not have enough coal? Oh, we're actually almost out of coal. Wow, we somehow burned through all that coal? Didn't we have like 8 tons of coal? How much does this thing use? Does it say in here? Coal, 1,000 grams per second. Also found out that a single cycle is 300 seconds, so... let's see, so this is 1 kilogram per second, really, so 300 kilograms per second, per day. 300 kilograms per day. Ah, okay, yeah, so we actually only have a week left. Somehow, I thought we had like 8 tons of coal or something, but we do not, apparently. Maybe it's not counting some of this coal down here, so, you know, another thing we could probably do then is create another storage bin and then put coal in here. That would be that would probably make things a lot more efficient in general, right? So yeah, so basically you'd want one of the bigger power transformers that we have. We've never actually built one of these. The large power transformer. So we would actually want one of these attached onto some sort of power source that is able to handle the aqua tuner, of course, and then you know, have it be nearby, because we have so much wire over here already anyway. I don't even know how we'd be able to get the wire all the way over here, you know, from our natural gas generators all the way over to this system, so we may have to think of yet another power source or something. But I don't think there's any other power sources, really. Petroleum generator. This thing does create 2 kilowatts of power and a ton of heat. Produces carbon dioxide and polluted water. Ouch. So, I mean, normally I would say we'd want it over here, but it's not really an option. I suppose we could have it, like, just down here. Just insulate this area down here, change some of these to mesh tiles, and then, like, dig this out a little bit. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and start to mine some of this out. Since I'm sure they're bored right now anyway. Yeah, they're actually heading to bed. Alright. Luckily we are out of a food crisis while we attempt to figure out this stuff. I think we're gonna need an aqua tuner to actually get plants to grow out here. This system is becoming like radically less viable, like with each passing day. The room I think is starting to cool a little bit, and it is sealed right now. But yeah, I don't know if this room should be insulated or not. I'm starting to wonder if that entire thing was a mistake. You know what I mean? I was thinking the heat was coming from like other areas in the base, which should be the case. But obviously, just the lamps themselves were creating heat, and I think it was actually causing this room to like heat up over time. So I'm still not too sure what we're supposed to do about that. Besides having like another pump right here that pumps oxygen out of the air, you know what I mean? So we're always pumping in cooler air or something, I suppose. Maybe that's enough to carry this heat out of here, you know what I mean? Anyway. Let's see. Yeah, so I was going to look at what we're doing for the ventilation right here. So, yeah, we were just pumping up the carbon dioxide, but I don't really think that's necessary. We know that we can, if we want to drain the warm water out of the pipe here, which it's not even really that warm, but it is just too warm, though. Then we could actually use like a reservoir. Believe it. Yeah, I believe it was also Rax that pointed that out too. So you can use. It never occurred to me, of course. For some reason, my brain like thinks like once water's in a pipe, it's not going anywhere. You know what I mean? Until you give it an output. I guess the water reservoir is technically then an output, right? If I can find it in here, or do we even have it unlocked? Maybe we don't even have it unlocked. Or maybe it's under like a stations maybe or something. We could get an exosuit forged. That might not be a bad thing to look at while we're kind of waiting, unfortunately. We don't have a whole lot of cycles to do stuff. I'm going to disable this building. I'm going to turn on, I think, well, our smart batteries are full right now. So, I don't think we need to worry about all this. Maybe we do have some time and I just don't. Okay, they're still drawing that stuff up. Might not be a bad idea to grab some of the salt water then, since we know we can use it for a system like that where we kind of break the game's mechanics a bit. It never occurred to me that you could actually have the aqua tuner inside water too. I kind of figured an electronic appliance would break, but apparently it doesn't. So I'm gonna try to build the system out a little bit based on what he had described. So let's just look up here, aqua tuner. That's right. So he did point out we would want it to be steel because that has the highest overheat temperature. So that's gonna last the longest. We don't have to worry about it ever breaking down due to heat. But the issue with that is if we build any kind of steel right now, the water is going to be too hot and it will it'll break the pipes again. Speaking of which, we rebuilt the metal refinery. I suppose we could do it like that. It's like extremely labor intensive like this, but I suppose we could yeah, this thing is ready to go. So if we do just once, we're almost out of iron too. Wow. How did that happen? I guess we've been using a lot of it. Do we have any other iron sources around here? Oh yeah, there's some. Is there a better source maybe somewhere else? There's some iron. What is this? Oh, polluted oxygen. It looks like natural gas. That's what I say. Like, how did natural gas get up here? Yeah, that's right. Here's a ton of it. Okay, so we'll just queue those things. Have them grab some iron. Okay, so it did get destroyed immediately. And then spill water all over the place. So yeah, no, we can't create any iron and whatnot until, or steel until we get colder water. So we're kind of stuck here a little bit, to be honest. This water is actually starting to heat up pretty nicely too. So let's get some research done. Speaking of which, what is that? Oh, creature comforts, so we can get a new condo for some critters, maybe all critters. An airborne critter condo for pups. Apparently the moos, which are the cows, are airborne. It's kind of scary. And then water fort, poke shells, and paku. It's kind of cool. We're just going to knock out random research. I want to get rid of all of the research so that we can get rid of those machines at some point. Also, it does drain this hot water, which I'm sure is not doing, service to the environment right now. It's probably contributing a lot to our overheating issue that we have in the base. Pretty soon, the base is going to get so hot that we can't actually live out here. Although I'm not 100% sure. Like, there might be, like, some kind of, like, biome system in this game that's not, Oh, yeah, right. They're scalding because they're sitting right at the water source and mopping it up. This is terrible. So they're actually, like, dying repeatedly. Can we say, like, do not, disable auto repair? There we go. That's ridiculous. So the machine itself, well, I guess the machine itself is at 89 degrees. So, yeah, so is the water itself hotter then? Insulated. See, the insulated pipe is at 56. Kind of weird. Maybe it's actually good now, so if we repaired it right now, we'd be okay. You know, it'd be really nice if we could just have a metal refinery that doesn't need coolant. Like it just stops after doing it the one time, and then you have to wait like a year, you know, and just let it cool over time. But then again, like I said, it's just gonna keep making this area hotter and hotter, right? It would be nice if we could somehow also get this metal refinery into like a vacuum as well, so that, I mean, it could create heat and then, you know, the heat would go nowhere. But then again, I guess the heat would just continue to stack on the metal refinery, and that wouldn't work at all, because then it would never run. It would run once, and then that would be it, I guess. So yeah, that wouldn't work. We do have to, I think that's like it's been the big issue for quite a few episodes now. It's just deleting heat. What do we do for that? You know what I mean? Might be time to break this sandstone ladder. All right. So what do we have? Do we actually have a reservoir? Liquid reservoir, yeah. So I don't know where that normally is. Holds 5 tons of water. They can only be attached to pipes. And then it has an input and an output. I mean, we could like uproot these two things and then set it right here for now, and then have this water pipe just drain into this. It might not be a bad way to do it. But then, where do we put the water when we're done? Oh god. Just occurred to me. Maybe we should build a longer pipe. Yeah, like have it right here, and then liquid pipes. This might actually like interrupt the. Yeah, maybe we won't do that. Let's see. Let's do like this for now, and then hopefully we can reach this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if we can reach this or not. Might have to build like a steps. Well, actually, we can get to it from here, but then can we get to this spot? You know what I mean? Not sure on that, but we'll see. Yeah, so this does not run as constantly as I would have expected it to. Just from like the numbers that the game was giving me. But yeah, it is possible that we're just still pumping out like a lot of other gases. You know what I mean? I think it's running at least enough where we can leave it in. We don't have to worry about it. But then again, we are kind of destroying water, you know? Yeah, I'm not sure. So we do have sever conduits and connectors, so you can just disconnect things. I think Rax also pointed out that apparently some duplicants, if they have like plumbing skill, will actually have additional commands down here. But I've never noticed that, and actually I'm just clicking through all of our duplicants, and I don't see any change. So we have the same commands no matter what. So either I'm missing it, or maybe maybe he meant down here. No, I don't think so. Right? No, I don't think that's the case either. Pretty sure he said the lower right-hand corner. So, and this is where all the other commands are too. But yeah, I don't see between all of the various guys, I don't see any additional commands or anything. So apparently, there's supposed to be a way to like physically like drain a pipe using a duplicant. So a duplicant can just, if they have like certain plumbing skills, they can just walk up to it and you know, actually drain like the individual pipe section, I guess, is how it would work. Is how it would work. But I don't see any command for that. Do you have the disconnect though? This could be useful to know. So like if we just need to cut something really quick, we don't have to go through like the ridiculous, you know, deconstruct type option instead. Our Pip's having a good time, it looks like. Just a wild one. I can't even, honestly, I cannot remember why we even have him around here. I'm assuming he's going around and finding the wood on his own. Looks like he's heading up there for food now, maybe. Kind of cool creature, but, yeah, not sure exactly what his purpose is. He's kind of a nuisance, to be honest, I would think. But he's a cool nuisance. Sure. Shine bug eggs? Sounds like, breakfast. I mean, I guess maybe if you could get, like, enough shine bugs in here, I guess you could use that instead. And then just, like, basically count on the plants not growing all the time, you know? Yeah, maybe maybe that would be... Let's see, what do shine bugs eat again? They actually eat these plants, though, don't they? Yeah, they do. So that kind of... Oh, and phosphorite. So that kind of defeats the purpose, huh? If they eat the food that we're trying to make. Maybe put like a little critter feeder with like phosphorite or something in here, and have it double as like... that might not allow the farm station to work then, though. Speaking of which, I did see like a little update that Oxygen Not Included put in, which this particular episode is of course on, where apparently the farm station will no longer feed fertilizer, the micronutrient fertilizer here, to plants that aren't growing. So, so I'm going to enable this again, and I guess we'll test it out and see if that's the case. Because, yeah, it was. They were constantly coming in here, resupplying fertilizer, and I'm sure it was costing me materials as well. Not to mention labor. We'll re-enable this and see what happens then. Okay, there it is. So, water... No liquid output. Must expel liquid through a liquid pipe system. Why, though? Why would a reservoir need to output something? Well, that's unfortunate. I don't want to output it here because this is polluted water. I mean, I guess we could build like a, like a small tank or something right here. Doesn't have to be anything fancy, I don't think, but just build like a... Just a small natural tank, I don't know. Natural mealwood. Probably end up killing that mealwood if we put the water there, but should be fine. Let's set this for coal. My assumption is they're not grabbing this because there's no actual storage bin designated for it, so now I guess we'll see what happens. Okay, Bert here just grabbed some coal, so let's see where he takes it, because I'd rather have all the coal right here, so if he's taking it to like a different storage bin, I'll have to remove coal from that storage bin. But it looks like he did just get the message immediately after. I gotta have to do like parkour to get through here. This is all like a temporary platform. Oh, there's some water right there. I didn't even notice. I guess steam basically condensate and became water right there or something. Alright. I suppose let's enable auto repair for that. But did it actually create the steel, I wonder? I'm not sure if it actually did the job or not. Alright. Let's see. I guess it did create the 100 steel, but we need 1200 for a steel aqua tuner. Oh, and then we repaired it, and then, yeah. Then now we have to mop everything again. Fun. Alright. Okay, so long story short, the metal refinery is gonna need the output should probably go into here into our hot water tank, and then the input probably needs to draw from like this. You know what I mean? So let's see. Let's see. Can I do a? Let's test the disconnect option here. So I'm gonna do plumbing overlay, and then I'm gonna do a disconnect. Does that work? Not sure that it's actually working. This is obviously like super temporary, I would think. We just need to drain this pipe. Interesting that it needs an output. I mean, I would think an output would be optional, right? Like if you're just trying to build a water tank, you know, or something, or like some liquid tank, I would think you could probably store stuff into it without, you know, necessarily needing to put the water somewhere else. But maybe it's, I don't know, it's strange to me. I mean, even the description says just stores any liquid resources piped into it, so why is an output necessary? I would think it would not be. Yeah. Tomorrow we'll have them finish this piping here, get some, I guess, water to come from over here into here. Eventually, at some point, we'll have to get this water out of here, but that will allow us to draw the 22°C water, very precious resource right now, up into, I guess not only the, I guess we could start growing the plants again, maybe if we did that, but the other reason might be to redefine where this metal refinery gets its input from. So I'm thinking might even be a good idea to use insulated pipes for this. Slow heating igneous rock, probably not a bad idea. So I'm gonna do. Just get this prepped a little bit, so we'll build a piping all the way up to here. Let's see. This output also goes up here, so actually, yeah, we don't need to have this pipe. You know, yeah, I really wish I could find the button. Oh, okay, so you can use the disconnect button and then change what you're targeting. So, liquid pipes. Does that actually do anything? I'm not sure. Doesn't seem to do anything. I guess we'll let the duplicates move in the morning and see if they actually disconnected. But I don't think they even disconnected it over here, to be honest. Looks like it still runs to me. Of course, we can deconstruct this liquid pipe instead, so we'll do that. Contents are empty. Yeah, so I'm not sure. Oh, that's right. He did say you have to drag it between two spots, which makes total sense. Like that. Oh, maybe, yeah. Actually, I don't see the connection there at all. Huh. Did that... Okay, so let's try this then again. Liquid pipes. Aha! Okay, so it does work. Wow, okay. Yeah, maybe I tried to use this a long time ago, but then it didn't occur to me, perhaps, that you had to, you know, drag it over 2 tiles. So I guess now we have a new function, and you can actually use this without duplicates, which is great too. So you can just sever things as you see fit at any moment in time. So that's cool. That's a small game changer. Nothing to write home about, but definitely progress towards learning how to play this game. Seems like the hydrogen generator is starting to run a little bit better. This is the first time I've actually seen it have like some green charge. Now it's gone, of course, but definitely at least a little better. It's still mostly pumping out oxygen, and there's still quite a lot of it. I think part of the issue is, of course, yeah, we're getting overpressurized out here, but not too big of a concern. My presumption is this should operate at 100% efficiency once all the other gases are out of the air, but might be a while. Yeah, we could probably, let's see, enable the auto repair of this. So it's broken. I do have enable or auto repair enabled right now, but maybe we just need to deconstruct it. Game does not appear to be requeuing that properly at all, so. Oh, okay, hold on. I guess we could finish building that, but yeah, looks like maybe it doesn't actually need the output, it just needs at least a pipe there. So, will the water actually flow? No. It does not. Does not work that way. So I guess I was right to begin with. Let's try to add a liquid vent here. Maybe it needs the output to know, like, hey, you can actually use this system. I don't know. I would think this water would start flowing immediately. It has been pretty nice, though. We've been able to get caught up a little bit on some of our tasks here, including collecting materials and whatnot, so has been beneficial in that respect. This downtime sort of that we have, this low work cycle time that we're in right now. Oh yeah, we do have to finish this. Definitely high priority. This absolutely needs to be done. Let's grab that gold. Grab that gold too, to be honest. Gold's kind of nice to have. Really, all of the metals are. Oh yeah, look at that. So it is starting to do the thing. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, that definitely is the problem. This is just overpressurized. Yeah. We could probably carbon skimmer is turned on, but yeah, all of the carbon dioxide is below it. So not gonna work out too well. Okay, so yeah, we can connect these liquid pipes. Sure, with igneous, I guess. These are insulated pipes. Are these all insulated pipes? No, they're not. This was insulated ceramic piping, though. Not that I think that matters, but... Oh, yeah, I guess it sort of does, right? Because we do want the heat to stay down here, I suppose. But, I mean, right now, the heat does kind of drain down here. So I suppose we sort of have, like, a little radiator down here. But, yeah, I'm not sure how, like, the game, if it does even at all, maybe it does not dispose heat whatsoever. In which case, I mean, eventually, it doesn't matter where we put the heat in our environment. Eventually, it's going to cause us harm. And I think you can sort of see that right here. You know, this area is like 40 degrees Celsius now. And I think when we started the game, it was like 20 or 25. So it's going to become a problem. Let's get the Brackine flow going. Did you finish it all? Okay, nice. Oh, what are you doing, buddy? Oh, there's some ceramics down there? How are ceramics left down there? Oh yeah, maybe we deconstructed things, right? Yeah. Okay. Alright, well I guess we can hook it up now. Let's just do insulated liquid pipe again for the igneous rock slow heating stuff. I like how instantly it's like, oh wait, there should be an input here, but the connection's not even made yet. This water is sentient. How we're gonna drain this in the future, I don't know. Okay, well, let's see. I guess this is 23 degrees Celsius water right now. So we should be good to start doing some steel. We're out of iron though anyway. I thought didn't we just grab a bunch? Yeah, I thought we grabbed like a bunch, didn't we? This is wood. This is ceramics. What is this pip doing? Oh, he eats it out of the storage bin. Oh, interesting. That's kind of not good, though. Kind of wish we could lock him in here, you know what I mean? This thing's an animal. So we do have steel up here, so maybe we should just... That's where the steel goes. Kind of want to undo that. And then I kind of want to create a new one right here. And we'll put iron and steel in there. So the system says we're out of iron, but I could have swore we had quite a bit of iron that we just mined out, didn't we? Yeah, we mined out all of this extra iron. We definitely have some iron. So it's just that it has not been hauled yet. So yeah, let's set this up, have them start hauling iron, collect materials and whatnot. And then it might not be a bad idea to like try to mop up some of the salt water or something. Like mop this. Apparently we can use the poke shell molts to get free lime, so you might as well do that using the rock crusher. Right, eggshell to lime, yeah. It says there is none. Are we allowed to? Yeah, they could definitely walk in there, right? Just move the molt for now. I don't know why it's not. Exoskeleton, yeah. Should go into the rock crusher to make lime. Interesting. I don't know why it's not recognizing the... I wonder why it's not recognizing the poke shell molt. Maybe it is and they just haven't got around to it. Definitely possible. We're slowly getting things done. Oh, did this not work again? It didn't work again. I'm not sure why it's not failing this time. We definitely have much cooler water coming in here. Maybe it's just the actual environment itself is too hot. Yeah, it's like 100 degrees. How much heat does this thing create, I wonder? Yeah, it's creating steam is the thing. Afraid this part doesn't make sense to me anymore. I mean, definitely we were overheating it in the past, but there should be no reason for it to overheat now. Speaking of which, we're going to need to get this water sieve going here soon. We might have to just dump the water over here temporarily. And I suppose we could always just disconnect it in the future. So yeah, let's do that really quick. Okay, and then... maybe let it run for a while anyway. Interesting. I like how some of the steam came down here and then it condensed into water again and came down here. uh, well, now I'm pretty confused. So, why was the water that hot? You know what I mean? Is it because the insulated liquid pipes aren't allowing... No, it shouldn't be the case. Like, I'm wondering if the heat has to escape from the pipes, you know what I mean, as well, but I don't think that would be the case. These contents are empty. So is it just like the actual air around it is just that hot that it's no longer... Or a cooler. Thermoregulator, which we know doesn't do anything. The thermo aqua tuner. And HVAC is just the name of that section anyway, yeah, so... Yeah, I don't know. A couple people have pointed out now that there's definitely a machine that we can use to dispose of heat, which would be fantastic, but I cannot find it for the life of me. Bottle drainer drains bottle liquids into liquid pipes. Okay. Bottle filler. Mechanical surfboard. Improves morale too, though. Some water gets splashed on the floor during use, so you could use the machine and then have it over a mesh tile with like your water storage beneath it anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like maybe we've already learned it and we're just missing it somehow. Because I'm pretty sure all of the remaining researches have nothing to do with like any kind of cooling. This is all just art. So conducts interstellar. Oh, there is an additional research function, and you have to have the astronomy skill. Wow. It's like one of these like final things. Interesting. Nothing stood out to me as being something that could dispose of heat. Would be nice though, like a passive cooler type system. Something, anything really, anything at all. We could probably go over here and mine this metal out. Get some iron that way. Oh yeah, we're gonna set this to iron. And might as well set it to steel as well. Still trying to think about where we would get the power to do an aqua tuner. I mean, I guess the steam turbine would also create a bunch of power too. Does it actually, like, does a single steam turbine cover it? No. No, it doesn't. Just helps, I guess, reduce the energy consumption of the system, but we would still need... Draws in steam from the tiles directly below the machine's foundation and uses it to generate electrical power. I see. So it actually just like automatically draws steam. So it doesn't actually... So it only needs the liquid output pipe. I see, I see. So that explains why Rax pointed out we would have the steam turbine on top. I can't even see like what it would look like. I'm pretty sure it is a 5x3, but I'd like to know what the inputs and outputs are. Still also takes plastics anyway, which we don't have. And for that we need petroleum. The oil refinery, right? We could probably put like... Why is it invisible? Oil well, wait a minute. Oh yeah, it must be atop of an oil reservoir. Yeah, we're still looking for that. Would be nice to find one. So the oil refinery creates natural gas. So I suppose it also would need like its own dedicated room. Maybe we could have it like up here and then just have like an output pipe going right here. You know what I mean? We'd have to knock out some of those at some point, but speaking of which, we should probably... Yeah, we gotta do that, actually. I keep forgetting that we need to do this. This is high priority. So, ladder... Build a temporary ladder to get up here and deal with all this. Yeah, so we could probably put... an oil refinery right here, and then it is a liquid output. So... Oh, I see. So the natural gas gets created in the vicinity. Yeah, so we'd have to also have a pump and then have it drain down here. Or we could just have like air vent tiles beneath it and then just have it completely enclosed, right? So let's put it right here for now. Cancel. Build it out of iron, since that seems to be the thing that we have a lot of now. Build like an insulated door. Might not be a bad idea to get this section as well. So I'm going to do this for now. Set this as higher priority. Definitely need to get this done before this thing becomes active again, but it's still got 22 days. It would be nice to knock out some of this slime too. I think we did, yeah, so we have been using the water sieve system just fine now again. So let's knock this out as well. And it would be nice to actually have the guys come through here and sweep this area up too. This tile needs to go as well. Actually, hold on. Can we sweep this up first? Actually, are you? Yeah, maybe we don't need to mine that out. Let's just sweep this area up really quick. New printables are already available. Coal, sure. I'll keep us going for another, what, day or something? Maybe 2 days? Kind of prefer this to be the thing that they focus on. Seems like some guys are coming through here. Would really like to sweep this area up so that we could get this out of here. Okay, yeah, so Brain Fries is grabbing some. It's just quite a lot of rock, I guess. So I suppose we'll let them finish this stuff. We do have plenty of time. It's just as you guys have probably noticed, I get sidetracked very easily. This is definitely the priority right now, for sure. And eventually it would be nice to be able to get all the other gases out of here and then just have the natural gas only. Okay, so we'll just start from the top and go down. I mean, it would be nice to get some conveyor, like auto sweepers. Might not be a bad thing to have. At some point, we might want to visit this area over here, too, with the biobot. This could make our life a lot easier, too, but potentially. We found a wall cabinet. A hermetically sealed glass cabinet contains 2 sporkid seeds and a carefully penned note. View the entry. Oh, God. I am a subatomic particle, smaller than a speck of dust, flushed from your gaze at the eyewash station. My love is like plutonium, gray and dull and unbearably heavy until I am near you. With every breath I burn with a yearning unseen. P.S. I made Steve let me in so I could leave you this. Yeah, not exactly the type of note I would like to get from an admirer, but... So... If correctly rebuilt, it could save duplicate lives. That's definitely the promise of robotics, isn't it? Is the reality the same, though? Yeah, so we could come over here, restore this area, and then, you know, do some funny stuff with it, I suppose. Have like a little robot that does our bidding. Might make things quite a lot easier, actually. If we had a robot that was constantly like just pulling resources from other areas and doing the sweeping operations, like even while we slept, like that would be... That might dramatically improve the amount of work we can get done in a day, because then we're no longer worried about like collecting things. We're just worried about supplying, you know what I mean? So... Clearly, coal is going into a different area than just this. It's going into a different bin, I would think. Same thing with the iron and steel, unless they just haven't been able to get around to dealing with it. Which definitely is the case, it looks like. Because this is reachable for sure, right? Yeah. Takes a super long time to get over here. Squeaky puffed egg. What do these things do again? These are the guys that eat chlorine and give you bleach stone. We'll be eating those too. That's breakfast. Oh, like it has 2 additional dots. Yeah, so I see. Yep. Oh yeah, we weren't. We were actually hatching these shine bugs. I don't think we need to do that. Let's just have the eggs. Food isn't exactly completely solved right now. Oh yeah, did this water reservoir work? No, it did not. So it just it does not pull the water. Even this water should be coming into here, but it does not. Okay, well that was a colossal waste of time. Maybe we're not correctly understanding how the liquid reservoir works, but then again, it just has an input and output. I mean, I don't think there's anything to. I mean, I guess it does have logic activation parameters, so maybe it needs like a green signal to know, like, hey, you can run now. I don't know. I wouldn't think it would need that though, but maybe it does. Milking station for moose we don't have. We don't have any brackine to create brack wax. And apparently some critters do love brackine, I guess. Increases their happiness. I'm gonna leave this open for now. Get all this gold amalgam too. End of the day already. Just gotta get this knocked out. It would be kind of nice to be able to get like all of this, so we have this whole tank basically to use. And it might not even be a bad idea to... Let's say we could move our gas pump and gas filter up here so that it's pulling out more of the oxygen, because this we'll have like air vents here soon. And then if we did that, then if it was up here, it would pull more oxygen out of the tank, so it would allow for more natural gas down here, I would think. Natural gas seems to rest like below the oxygen, so it's heavier than the oxygen, but lighter than the carbon dioxide. These aren't running right now. It doesn't matter because yeah, we're still messing around in this room. But once we're done messing around in the room, we might want to turn this back on just to try to drain other gases out of this room. You know what I mean? Again, we don't have a whole lot of power right now. Things are still running fine with just 2 coal generators, so it's not a big deal at all. Okay, so we are creating some coal over time with our hatches, and I guess we have some coal right there too. So yeah, they're just not able to complete all of the tasks, which is pretty normal. I've had, yeah, the anonymous admirer letter. Nice. Someone has slime lung. I think they'll come over here and get sorted out pretty quickly. We still have quite a few medical packs. I suppose we can make like 5 more. Wish they wouldn't leave their food out like this. But ooh, Lyra also has slime lung. They will come over here and get healed, right? Yeah, she's coming over to sit down for it. Someone will come along. Nurse Camille, I think. Yep. Oh, you're good. It's just like cancerous slime inside your lungs. That's all. Don't worry about it. Okay. Oh, I see. I guess we had some of the igneous rock or granite, I guess. What is wrong with him anyway? He's hungry, yucky lungs, something else though too. Moderate wounds. Let's have you chill over here, Max. A lot of people are actually hurt right now. Yeah, he's kind of suffering, so I think we should probably give him a break. Food, yeah. Might be a good idea to eat some of that too before you sit down, but yeah, he's suffering for sure. Low morale, minor injuries. Can't remember if someone comes over to heal him or not. Maybe just oh yeah, okay, here he comes. Bert's helping him out. Taking his temperature. I don't think that's the problem. Well, actually, I think it is the problem. He was burned, right? I think that's how they still have the wounds. Get rid of that water. Yeah, I'm still trying to think about where I'm going to get the power for this aqua tuner. I mean, a petroleum generator would work, but we're still like extremely far away from that, just because we've got to create the petroleum first. Oh yeah, how much power does an oil refinery use? Oh, 480 watts. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. We could probably have that. Let's see, power overlay, F2. Try to remember that. Okay, yeah, the system's kinda loaded now, yeah. A bit loaded. So, actually it might be hard to get 480 watts of power over here. Yeah, this one system powers all of our hydrogen stuff, all of our, like, oxygen sanitation. We might not need any of this anymore, but it's also not running either, but it also has a rock crusher. Oof. Yeah, I don't know. We might not be able to do this. Might be just too much power. Could also alternatively have like a power transformer off of here or something. Yeah, it's like hitting 730 watts sometimes. Yeah, it's too much, I think. Yeah, too much constant power load. Needs to be on its own circuit. Was it just like spikes or something? No, it looks like the resting load is about 500 watts and then it spikes to 70. Yeah, so that's just too much. Yeah, it's just too much. Drat, that's another problem then that we have to deal with. It needs the crude oil intake, which we could finally tap into this area. We could drain all of this into this area as well, and then just move the bottle emptier up here. Or we could just leave the bottle emptier down here, put the pump in right here, and then drag it along like this. Technically, we don't have any like water pump systems at all down here, so I guess we don't have to, yeah, worry about like crossing over things. It would just be this really, which is a problem. I kind of don't want to have to redesign this, so I'm going to just pull it up here for now. And then do the liquid bridge. Igneous rock. Input, output. Wait, no. Yeah. I don't know what I was about to do there. Not the right thing. Input, output. Okay, and then, so yeah, what's the difference between liquid shut off connects to an automation grid to automatically turn liquid flow on or off? Removing the need for duplicate input, yeah, so, but it also costs power. So the liquid valve does not. When a specified amount has passed through it, then it will shut off. That could be kind of nice, I feel like, for certain applications, like this even in particular, like just allow enough to cool the refinery, and then when the refinery sends a signal like, hey, I need coolant, then the liquid meter valve kicks back on again and says, okay, let that same amount of water in again. That way we don't have water just chilling in pipes like this. This is very annoying. But liquid filter. Yeah, we actually might need that for this because there's water in here right now. Where would we put this water? I guess is the other issue. So we're gonna have an output right here. I guess we could pump it right over there. So liquid pipe. Let's see. we'd probably have to have it come up here, right? I mean, eventually this water will drain down, so I guess maybe it won't be a problem, but liquid bridge. Yeah. So like that. Can't run right now, but so that's fine. We're like just planning anyway, right? I think this will work, but this has got to get done ASAP. So we can build the last tile right here ASAP, and then let's see, let's get rid of some of that. Let's try to mine this all out. That should be all we need, and then we'll have to deconstruct these one by one. Plenty of work to do. Plenty of work. Some of the Dasha salt vine's starting to run a little bit because we do have some bleach stone up here. Not quite enough bleach stone, but I thought we were actually running into a problem where we had simply too much bleach stone. And we had to get rid of one of the creatures or something. Something like that. We do have infinite chlorine gas if we need it, but this is not very useful for us. Also, I just noticed, looks like we have another security door here. Something to discover over here, too. There's a vacuum over here, too. Interesting. It would be nice to explore more of the map for sure. We just don't have the time right now. Gotta get a few things up and running, clearly. Yeah, I'm gonna use this particular system for all of this, so like that. Yeah, I don't know if they're able to mop that up or not. It's a lot of liquid. But then again, it is kind of split liquid, so maybe it is. Maybe we can actually mop it. Fortunately, the liquid's just going to keep coming back out here. But we should be able to drain the water like this. And in fact, it might not even be necessary to do the liquid filter in the long run. Like maybe we'll remove that one day. And then, like, maybe we should, like, mop all of this up, too. Oh, it's too much. Technically, I guess, it'd be really, like, sloppy, right? But we could, like, put, like, a wall right here temporarily, and then just literally, like, let this oil drain a little bit. And then, like, leave this door open or something. Like, after we've drained all of this oil out of here, we could technically do that. Just to get this oil out. It's not a whole lot of oil, so it'd be nice to just, you know, let the game just, you know what I mean? Just let the oil fall down here, and we let it in through the door or something. You know, like, just leave it open. You know, a little bit messy. And then we could finish it up by mopping, right? Either way, I don't think this is enough oil to even do, like, any real work, to be honest. So we're going to have to actually pump up oil from all the way down here. It still boggles my mind that we have not found an oil reservoir. I'll wait to queue up that sweep. Really need to get... Oh yeah, okay, cool. This done. It seems like they are sort of doing things in the order that I want them to, it's just they don't have enough time. They did actually mop it all up. Very nice. Oh, Harold's hurting. Let's get more people onto the triage cot. Carbon dioxide's starting to get a bit out of hand right here, but it's fine. I mean, it's just gonna filter around here. We do have a lot of oxygen now, too. I just noticed. Yeah. Very much so, a lot. Our oxalate's not even doing anything anymore. I guess part of it could be this oxyfern, which it did actually end up draining all of the, Let's uproot this guy. Did end up draining all of the carbon dioxide out of the air. Is the base like starting to cool down? Not really. Let's start up some more research. Conveyor loader. Conveyor rail. Yeah, it's just like all of this stuff is going to use power, and actually power is kind of a big issue right now. It would be nice to experiment with some of these things, but... So how are we going to get power to this thing is the question. Wait, is this on a separate system somehow? No, it's just been turned off, that's why. You know, we could probably add another natural gas generator right here. We could add one of those geotuners. What do those things cost again? Increase the temperature and output of an analyzed geyser. Multiple geotuners can be directed at a single geyser anywhere on an asteroid. Skilled duplicate operation. Ooh, ooh, and it has to be in a laboratory. Interesting. Targeted geyser receives stored amplification data when it is erupting. It's a laboratory then. Two science buildings. No industrial machinery. Max size. Okay. Geotuner and mission control station. Interesting. Those things create a lot of heat too, so... I don't know what we're gonna do, guys. Heat's a problem. I think we might be able to get over here without needing to build this one. So we'll see. Might as well, yeah, deconstruct this tile, and then we'll make this a gas. Airflow tile. guess we could do like 2 tiles. I think that's fine. I'm gonna leave actually like enough, yeah, enough room to do like a gas pump should we decide we need something like that. But I think this system will work. And then we should be able to mine all of this up too. So that'll be nice. Oh, okay, you build both anyway. Alright, that's fair. Once they mine that out, they should be able to, or I'm sorry, build that, they should be able to mine some of this out. And then once it's all done, we'll sweep everything up and then be set. In fact. Let's keep brain fries moving. I suppose we're technically getting rid of the water anyway, gradually, by coming over here and opening the door repeatedly. It's a reachable dig. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's deconstruct this tile. In fact, we'll probably deconstruct all these tiles. Put granite down once we're done. Alright. Yeah, I think we could put this down here. We just have to get rid of the ladders. Which kind of creates an issue because... Yeah, we can't... Can they, like, skip over a tile just straight vertically? I wonder. If we can't do that, we'll probably have to build, like, another walkway above this. In fact, that might actually be the more elegant solution anyway, right? Has to be mesh tile too, right? No, it doesn't. It doesn't even need to be insulated, but I suppose we'll just use insulated tile anyway, right? Has to be at least 3 tall. 1, 2, 3. Just like that. Alright, downtime. It's probably a good time for me to take some downtime as well. So I guess we are getting a little closer to being able to refine our stuff. We do have a pretty decent prototype, I think. Only problem is we just have no power right now. So I don't really think we can actually start to use this oil, or I'm sorry, start to convert the oil until we have our natural gas generators running again. I think that's going to be kind of a necessity. You know, we could temporarily, or like have like a little shut-off valve too, not plumbing, but ventilation. Have like a little shut-off valve for it too, but like some kind of mechanism to like feed out of this, like feed the natural gas back into this room. So that might be something that we designed. We actually disconnected a long time ago the output to this room because we don't need it anymore. But it might not be a bad idea to have like some sort of gas sensor. Like, hey, if you don't sense, like a gas sensor like right here, I don't know if this is possible, like a gas sensor right here that says, hey, no natural gas, like right here, you know what I mean? You know, let let natural gas flow from over here into this room again and then stop when it's done or something. We could even have the vent like right here or something. But anyway, maybe that's something that we think about in the next one too, because I mean, otherwise we're waiting basically 20 more cycles before we can do anything. But I mean, we're not in a terrible spot. We're just kind of in a holding pattern, building things up. We do need to get the, if we can, I'd like to get the water, the cool steam vent surrounded by an insulated section too. That way, you know, maybe that'll reduce the amount of heat that we have coming out into this area. But then again, if we did that, it might mean that we can no longer pump water out of this room. So I don't know. Maybe we'll hold off on doing that for now. But anyway, we have plenty of engineering projects to keep us busy until we can get more power again. So I'm not too worried about it. Hope you enjoyed as much as I have. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.